This is Lucy Puente in Fort Worth, TCU News Now. It's predicted in 2024, TCU students will be making their way from their classrooms on this lot to their clinicals across the street.
And I'm Lucy Puente. Have a great day, y'all.
The stock show is here until February 6th. This is Lucy and Oreo signing off. Where students travel in herds to see a real Texas rodeo.
Francis Weatherby has a story.
President Biden confirmed his plans to expand health care for veterans affected by toxic chemicals from burn pits in the Middle East.
Come Friday, March 4th, TCU students will be taking advantage of their time off until school recess concludes on March 14th. I'm Lucy Puente. Check back on Wednesday for another episode of TCU News Now. If you're like me, you love your fresh cup of coffee in the morning. But how often are you supposed to clean your coffee makers? To learn more about Drew's 27 Chains, you can visit their Facebook page. How much money are you really saving if you get an artificial Christmas tree? With 2 RBI doubles in the second and third innings.
After the annual TCU Christmas tree lighting cleared, a new group of students appeared.
We estimated at least 150, could have been up to 300.
2 anonymous emails directed students to gather for the unlighting of the Christmas tree.
The first one is the one that I got where it was personalized and it was like, Timmy, we're inviting you to the first annual tree unlighting at midnight. It's like tree lighting, but wild.
Everyone was a little cautious about it because it was just kind of a very random, unofficial email.
Multiple Fort Worth and TCU police officers were stationed in and around the commons, preparing for the clock to strike midnight.
We just felt there was going to be some major damage done to the tree.
It was anything but a silent night.
Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Singing, smiles, and holiday spirit came as a surprise for the anticipated wild night.
They didn't cause us any trouble, and actually they were very friendly, but again, they were just so happy and giddy. Who knows what they would have done if we weren't here.
A tame Tuesday unlighting where everything stayed lit.
Don't remember this ever being a thing, so I think it was kind of a fun little sort of thing to throw in just that the students put together.
For senior students like Nicole and Merritt, it was a star on top of the night.
Only at a college campus are you going to be out at midnight with a bunch of random other college students.
With TCU News Now, this is Lucy Puente.
Beyond belief. This is, I came here 6 years ago, could dream, never dreamt. I knew there was a lot of land around Fort Worth, never dreamt it would be down here in the heart of the street.
Students, faculty, and staff gathered as Dean Stuart Flynn unveiled plans to turn the rocks and rubble into TCU's new medical school, only a 10-minute drive away from main campus. Chancellor Victor Boschini defines what makes this special.
I think it's symbolic that we're going to be a part of the South Side, and the South Side's going to be a part of us.
It's predicted in 2024, TCU students will be making their way from their classrooms on this lot to their clinicals across the street.
Medicine is you learn it experientially. You can only do so much in a classroom. So by being here in the medical center, I'm most excited that opportunities will just be available to us so easily.
Mayor Maddie Parker highlights why this move was so urgent.
This is so special for us to recognize the talent of these medical schools. We need them here in Fort Worth. We need them to stay in our community to be the next generation of doctors.
This is Lucy Puente, TCU News Now.
Hi, welcome in.
Spooky season in full swing leaves store shelves looking more like bones.
We ran out so many stuff. There's been families in here looking for everything going around town, but we can't supply them because we don't have it. When they leave with sad faces, I'm just like, I wish I could help.
Limited deliveries of items leave families wondering which way to turn.
It's supposed to happen once a week. We've been missing 3 weeks now just because everything's been pushed back.
Supply chain professor Travis Tokar from the TCU Neely School of Business helps us understand why.
The shortages that we're seeing and the quote-unquote supply chain chaos comes down to people, labor. They're having trouble finding people to run their factories. They're having trouble finding people to load and unload trucks. to drive those trucks and to get that stuff onto store shelves. All this means for you and I, the stuff we want is nowhere to be seen.
This may have you wondering, does supply chain affect everything?
It affects Halloween costumes, Christmas decorations, cars, computers, you name it. All those shortages come down to the same core issues.
With TCU News Now, this is Lucy Puente.
Here at the Dickies Arena, Forward Stock Show is hosting TCU Night, where students travel in herds to see a real Texas rodeo. For 126 years, the Forward Stock Show has brought in thousands of locals, from visitors and cowboys to the cattle. The rodeo, formerly held at Will Rogers Coliseum, is now held at 3-year-old Dickies Arena and has started a tradition of its own.
Frog chorus always sang the national anthem here, so just continuing the tradition.
TCU Night has made a comeback after a year of COVID, and for seniors Kevin and Thomas, this isn't their first rodeo.
Thomas and I actually have a tradition. We come here every year, and so for the next consecutive 30 years, we will be back here right at Section 232.
Student Body President Laurent Honeycutt shares his love for the Horned Frog heritage.
There's something really special about being in a place with all your friends, celebrating just the most cowboy things in the world.
Fort Worth natives consider it more than just cow roping and horse riding.
It's a really important way to kind of just show our culture and what Fort Worth is about. It's just so fun for people from out of state to especially see what it's like to live in Fort Worth and go to Fort Worth.
Horned Frogs, don't worry if you haven't made it out yet. The stock show is here until February 6th. This is Lucy and Oreo signing off.
Callie Crow is not only a paramedic, but a mom who lost her son to an opioid overdose last June.
I knew that I had to combine those two things, the death of my son and my previous knowledge, and create something that would allow Drew's life, his purpose, to continue forever. I founded this organization, it's called Drew's 27 Chains, in the late summer last year.
The charity distributes Narcan, a life-saving nasal spray that reverses the effects of an opioid overdose. We have seen Narcan used in the Astroworld incident to help individuals regain consciousness.
There are so many people that save lives before we even get there. And so with this, recognizing an opioid overdose is pretty straightforward. Unconsciousness and decreased breathing.
Callie's paramedic background allows her to educate individuals about Narcan, including police and fire departments, schools, churches, and restaurants.
Sounds strange, but it's almost like it's a mom's dream come true. You know, like I know my child's purpose, and I'm able to talk about him on a daily basis. And so what more, could you want?
4 milligrams that make a monumental impact.
I have had my 9th save with the Narcan that I have given out since June. And so, and that's just the ones that I know about. And so those stories are what keeps me going.
To learn more about Drew's 27 Chains, you can visit their Facebook page or order your own Narcan kit at www.narcan.com.